Yeah, hi guys. Sharath here, back here this week. So last week the subject of the conversation was like the packing of Supreme Court, the Democrats trying to pack the Supreme Court. So that has been the conversation, and Supreme Courts in every country is kind of an important institution. It's one of the pillars of the constitution. Because they have this power to strike down the laws if it doesn't fit the basic structure of the constitution, even though if it is passed by the elected officials of the people, they have the power to strike down these laws, and that makes them an important institution. So one of the major works of the Supreme Court is to solve disputes, but each person interprets the constitution differently. It's kind of a subjective way, you could say, but justice shouldn't be subjective. It has to be the right thing. So that's why they have a panel of judges in the Supreme Court, because everything that they make, the decision maker, are very important. So it won't be kind of like one person's opinionated thing. So it will be a panel of people deciding what's right. So the outcome that comes out is hopefully objective and right thing. When you add a lot of people in this panel, it kind of dilutes the panel, and it is pretty much equivalent to that of the popular opinion, which is not justice at all. The popular opinion, although we might like to say we are not influenced by the popular opinion, people are, when there's pressure, people could fall down and to the popular opinion, and that makes it the popular opinions kind of shifts every 12 hours. So that's not a good idea to have a lot of people in there. But since everybody is human and they have a kind of a subjective way of seeing things, each party is keen on adding the people who are favoring them, and that's fair. So you could see that some of these chief justices are not only powerful, but they're somewhat popular as well. To name a few, Justice Scalia, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Clarence Thomas, for the way they have been, they're kind of popular because they kind of interpret and explain things in the public medium as well, and that makes them kind of subject of attention. That makes it they kind of, you could say, kind of move their culture forward as well. Justice Scalia is kind of an originalist. They kind of have an own institution to jurisprudence, and they kind of develop more people like him, I guess. Purpose of the Supreme Court is provide justice, and there shouldn't be kind of an activism or bias towards it. You have to try and read the constitution in a fair way. That's his kind of point of view. And the other person during his tenure was Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's kind of had like a feminist leaning, because from the place and the way she was brought up, I guess. And it's also fair, even though they both don't look eye to eye on certain issues, they kind of remain friends, because they both have this underpinning to the value justice is a important thing. How they interpret it might be different, but they still are focused on justice, and that makes them a good friends, I guess. She is one of the key proponent of Roe vs. Wade, and while she was there, this kind of happened, and now that both Scalia and Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead, the other Chief Justice has been appointed, and it's an interesting time now that they have ruled out Roe vs. Wade as well, which is also If you read it right to the constitution, it belongs to the states. And yeah, so does the popular opinion or the culture doesn't affect them at all? I wouldn't say so, because the first black kind of Supreme Court justice was Mr. Clarence Thomas. It was really hard for him to get there, because once he was nominated, there was a array of allegations, even sexual allegations, I guess. There was in the hearing, and even the current sitting president, Mr. Joe Biden, was on the other side questioning him. It's a tough time. I mean, if he kind of like outrightly blamed America that he will put a black man in the news rather than getting a chief justice role, or they will make him humiliate them in front of everyone. So that's the experience, I guess. So those things also kind of plays a role. And yeah, they have gone so far, and he's one of the chief justice now. That makes a case that they have come so far. It will be interesting to see, if the Democrats, appoint new justices, and if they kind of able to be passed into the thing. But yeah, packing with a lot of people hasn't done any good. For example, Bangladesh recently had a major breakdown because the Supreme Court kind of failed in its interpretation of the constitution and those things, and gone kind of like popularist way, and that shouldn't happen for that institution. You can say that for popularist thing, we might, as a human beings, we might say that I'm not influenced by anything popular, but it is true that we are every day influenced by everything around us, and the popular opinion shifts every 12 hours, and that's not a good thing for justice, I guess. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if the Democrats are able to appoint another judge, and how it goes. Since the last election end was mostly about reproductive freedom, and if they could appoint someone inside, this conversation could take further. Hopefully if they do with a rational person rather than too much of a activist based, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's it from me, guys, today, and we'll see how it goes, and as things develop, if I find anything interesting, I will be back again. Thank you. Bye for now.